would you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use up, can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried, I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, this crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up, it look like I'm foreign cars, driving fast, I never done this before. Get out my problems, let me When I've been up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't?
All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Buffalo Bills and the Kansas City Chiefs. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And he finds a man. That's Watkins. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Again, 11 on the play. First down, Buffalo.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Over the middle, that's caught by QT. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. And Jackson throwing once more. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Geno Atkins in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Well, these sacks are really piling up. Last week, it was a half-dozen sacks. And here's one on the opening drive.
And it has the potential to be what we call a gap, a game-altering play. Because, let's face it, you just mentioned 6 sacks last week. Now, if you're an offense and you saw that on tape, you got to think to yourself, maybe I bring people in, keep them in, and try and protect my quarterback. It didn't work on that play.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down. They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. A give to Smith out of the gun. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. It's a first down on a gain of 10. From midfield, here's Mahomes. Flush to his right. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
After the penalty, it's Smith. It's a gain of 3, and it'll be second down.
43! A gain of 3.
Check it back. He's coming. Double up. He's coming, double up. Kill. Pull leg.
Throwing on second and long. Mahomes escaping the pressure right. Going to throw right side here. Complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Shit. Color. Check.
Yellow.
On third and long, it's Mahomes. Being chased out left. Now, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off at the 23. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. That had disaster written all over it. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. They were trying to get the connection with a former Buckeye, Braxton Miller. But it'll be second down.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
They work again from the 38 on second and 10.
Push him back.
Throwing again. Jackson. He'll get this complete to the Notre Dame man. Equanimous St. Brown. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on fourth down. They'll run with a former Ole Miss Rebel, Jordan Wilkins. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on fourth. On their own side of the field, close to the 50, but their own side of the field, they only needed a couple of inches, and they were able to get it done.
And it doesn't matter whether you're a zone blocking team, a man blocking team, gap blocking, whatever you want to call it. When it's in this situation, it's really man-on-man, isn't it? Who's going to win the battle? And right there, we saw it. At the point of attack, find enough yardage to pick up a first down. Give them credit for that one.
The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5. Here's Jackson to throw. Works right side into the hands of the tight end, Knox. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 29-yard line. Now Jackson on first down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. Michael Kendricks, the linebacker, there to get him down. We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter from Arrowhead. It's the Chiefs in possession as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll get 2, maybe 3, up near the 37.
That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Hey, check 24. Check 24.
Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. That sack by Tremaine Edmonds. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Mike 22, Mike 22. So we got man. Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. Call it a gain of 14 for the 2nd play in a row.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
First trip to the red zone for the Bills. 1st and 10 at the 19. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. This is caught, and he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Kiki QT with touchdown number 7 on the year. As his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point good by Prater. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
On the draw, this is Barkley. And they see right through that defensively, as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
No surprise there, Jadeveon Clowney with a tackle for loss. We all know how he became one of the most famous players in football, though, don't we?
Oh, that one play.
Yeah, that one.
And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Ed Oliver gets his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. To return is McKenzie. Nice move at the 40. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touch. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Saquon Barkley. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down.
Keep playing hard.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Staying on the ground. This time it's Smith. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab as they are now on the board here in the 1st half.
It's never fun for a defense to run on the field knowing that they're having to defend a short field. Just the idea of trying to limit an offense in that position, daunting for a defense.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions. But some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense. But when you turn it over, it changes momentum. And when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right, safety valve, throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
And he'll find QT on the right side complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That one a first down pickup of 8.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and
he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Equanimous St. Brown, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Bills have taken the lead. Prater for the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go, baby. The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
Yes, sir.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. That late in the clock, 2nd quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. A new life now following the late turnover. Maybe a chance for points here before the break.
Yeah, pretty nice situation they find themselves in because they're really maybe one completion away from giving their kicker a shot, and that gives them a chance to get some points up on the board.
Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. 4 receivers to keep tabs on here, 3 of them to the right side on 2nd and 5. Here's Jackson. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
A gain of 19 yards. 1st down, Bills.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter.
Let's go.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the 2nd half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. And not only will he not get the few inches he needs, he's going to go backwards. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he's on to kick it away. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
He's going to have the first down past the 20. He's at the 50. And down to the 28-yard line. A big play here for Buffalo. 66 yards. So you got the lead here in the second half. Obviously, you love big runs like that at any time. Here, you really like it.
And how about the confidence that's being exhibited by that offense now? They don't care what you're lining up doing on the defensive side. They want the big fella to carry the football and carry it often.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? It creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
This is caught, and he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Equanimous St. Brown, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Extra point good by Prater. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go! The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And thee coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that.
Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
And he's going to have the hook up to QT. Oh, and now some space to operate. 25 yards that time.
Let's go! Let's go!
Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Now it's Jackson. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Equanimous St. Brown there to make the grab. And the Bills use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Prater for the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it now because you're exactly right. All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. From the shotgun, they run with Smith, and he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 25-yard line.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys,
and he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Jadeveon Clowney, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. To try again after the sack, Mahomes. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on first down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off. Not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead. He has his 2 scores, but still a sizable deficit in this game.
Do you have him in fantasy football this week?
Unfortunately, no.
It's too bad, right? That would have been big points. But he is really trying to rally his team as best he can. Things are not going as well the rest of the way for them. That's why they're down with this deficit. He might need to score a couple of more times to give them a chance.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them, every move they make works, it clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. That first down completion only netted them 3. 2nd and 7. Jackson now. He'll get this one to the Golden Domer, St. Brown. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. Finding Knox there, complete. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. A good passing down here, and they send 3 receivers to the right of the formation on 2nd down.
53. Check. 53.
To throw again is Jackson. Hits his target, the tight end, Will Tye. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Will Tye, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
Well, after another passing touchdown, I don't think it'd be an understatement to say that he's in the zone, and I believe he likes it.
Extra point good by Prater. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense, great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, and especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Switch. Check 3.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Will tie the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. Over the middle, that's caught by QT. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Jackson will throw again. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
Watch out, watch out.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. From 17 yards out as his guys continue to pour it on.
And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, he used to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This is one of our guys.
She's singing too.
Oh, she's
on like the 5th tune.
Yeah, she left Scales way behind, but he's just saying something about turning out the lights. The party was over.
And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now.
It got his man complete. 33 yards that time. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
That's going to be caught. They give him a gain of 38. Now that's 2 big catches that he's had on this drive alone.
And I can hear it right now. If they give up a 3rd to him, whoever does that, go stand on the other sideline. You're persona non grata on our team at that point.
Trying to punch it in with Smith. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to draw a bit closer. A 1-yard run on first down, another yard that gets him into the end zone on second down. Maybe not much for the yards per carry average, but hey, 6 points.
Yeah, bottom line is it doesn't matter there. You've got to find a way to wedge it into the end zone. Yards per carry, that's out the window. How do you score? And on the second down, they had something going. They got a yard before. They thought they could do it again, and they got it done.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the fourth quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Jackson. Going deep here for Watkins. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. Not that time for Watkins. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep, and on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down.
He's got a man, complete. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. Now the big play pushes them all the way out to the 40 now for first down. Mahomes now to throw. He'll buy some time right. They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 46. Mahomes going to throw. Looking left side, that's complete to Oliver. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Forced out to his left. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 21. On first down, Mahomes. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Now here's Mahomes. Now a desperation throw deep. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Still an important piece of business to take care of. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. Oh, Oh, no, and it's intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Bills are going to recover. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
Now Jackson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find Equanimous St. Brown, but it's going to be second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Equanimous St. Brown there to make the grab. And the Bills will add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy.
And that's caught inside the 35. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. 48 yards. Mahomes now on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
And it'll be intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Flushed out right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. Dancing to his left. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got him. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Jackson on first down. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. On first and 10, it's Jackson. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down. Ball on the 30 as they come up, second and 10. Jackson now to throw again. He's going to rifle one deep left, and it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick. And he's going to go down as time has now run out on this game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Bills, it's an important win in terms of staying in the postseason race as they move to 6.